I've been having a lot of fun out on the real trails recently, but that doesn't mean I've forgotten about our homegrown trail. In fact, it's time to give the quarantine trail a major upgrade. But the first step is a little maintenance on what we've already got, which has gotten slightly overgrown. Okay, now that that's dealt with. So this is currently the end of the trail. You come up to here and then turn and head out that way. But I would like to continue it through here and make some more interesting stuff, and we can come out a little bit further down the line. Yep, we're going to extend the trail, so it's time to go wandering in our tick-infested woods in search of a line. Here's the route that I've found. Obviously, there's a lot of clearing work to do here before this is rideable. But it's a workable line with some interesting features, including a pit of clamshells, and it won't require cutting down any big trees. And then out through there. So I got out the rake and got to work. And then I ran into an issue. Here's the situation. We've got this tree right here, and I like where it is there because it's directing you this way, but after it, I need to move it somewhere else because the trail's going to go right over that. So, thankfully, we've got a new tool that should be able to help us deal with that. Well, that was easy. Power tools are fun, but what this trail needs mostly is some sweat. On this ridiculously humid day, I had plenty of that to give. By the end of day one, I had raked and log dragged my way to the end of the trail extension. All that was left was to weed whack the exit. Day two, dug out the trail yesterday and gonna do a bunch more stuff on it today, but first let's do a little walk of it and see where we left off, because I don't even really remember. So it's looking a little more like an actual trail, but there's lots more to do. Step one, fill in a bit of this off-camber section. I started by building a bit of a trail boundary with some dead logs from the area. Then I dug out a bump and slowly filled in the area in front of the logs to even it out a bit. Next, it was time to do something about the clamshell pit. I don't want to be constantly rolling my tires over sharp shell edges, so I decided to fix up the terrible skinny we made all the way back in the first video to create a mini ladder bridge. That meant dismantling it and rebuilding it using screws, which I finally braved the pandemic and purchased. To get it into place, we had to dig out the clam pit a little, but it actually ended up pretty solid. Then, just for fun, we dragged over some slate the previous owners left lying around to create a little on-ramp and a landing pad on each end of the bridge. I actually think it looks pretty cool now, but who cares about how it looks? How does it ride? Here's a full ride of the wooded section of the trail, including the old part and the new extension. The quarantine trail still isn't done, but don't expect much more in the way of wooded extensions because, well, we pretty much run out of woods. I do have plans to extend it throughout our lawn and build some cool wooden features along the way. But with this extension, it's a pretty fun little trail for my wife and I to try to learn and progress on. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share these videos with anyone who you think might be interested. Now that things are starting to open up again, I should be able to go riding in some new places pretty soon, which is exciting. More on that in the next video.